States of America.
Today is National Compliment Day.
Your lunch options for today are pasta bowl, potato crust fish sandwich.
Your sides for today are potato with spinach side salad and fresh veggie tray. Scientists create the world's first living self-healing robots using stem self-healing robots from frogs. The robots are xenobots.
A policeman helps.
Global warming has increased in the last 5 years. 6 of 10 every 10 Americans are worried.
Now, now to Iman and Derica with the sports and weather.
Caleb, the wrestling team had a match last night against Pendleton Heights and unfortunately suffered a loss. The girls basketball team had a game against Raymond Park and both teams had big wins and both remain undefeated. Well done, ladies. Also last night, boys basketball had their first game at the MIG Basketball Championships. They played against our rivals, Fall Creek Valley. 8th grade lost and is out of the tournament. However, 7th grade boys beat Fall Creek and move on playing their next game on Saturday. Now here's Derica with the sports and weather. With the weather.
Today's weather is the high of 42 degrees and the low is 33 degrees.
Now back to our anchors.
Miss Doctor has ordered new library books. Here she to tell you more about some of them.
Tour in the Belzer Media Center. Today we're going to show you some of the books that have recently arrived here. They will mostly be realistic fiction and historical fiction today. These are some of the Spanish language books that we have that are copies of English language ones in our collection. These are a few copies from the I Survived series that we've received. We have several other editions of it. One of the interesting things about these books is that the end of it also includes nonfiction historical facts about the event described in the book.
There will be an informational meeting for parents of current 7th graders interested in going to Washington, D.C. in the fall. The meeting will be next Monday at 6 p.m. in the LGI room. The meeting will cover signing up, paying for the trip, and fundraising opportunities. Please email Ms. Sams with any questions.
Today's random fact is gold was discovered in California by James Marshall.
The quote of the day is by Ed Helms. I happen to think singing is funny, especially when it pops out at the wrong time.
The celebrity the birthday for today is actor Ed Helms, who starred in the movie Hang.
Now to Mr. Harsha with the rest of the morning announcements.
Have a great day, Bruins.
Good morning, Bruins. System. I have been very pleased. I spoke with some of our administrators, our teachers, some students, our cafeteria staff, and I know that our new breakfast program is now starting to move very smoothly. So I appreciate students, your ability to be flexible and make that change right in the middle of the school year. So thank you for that. On that note, I do want to give a reminder, students, that the expectation, again, is that you walk in the building, the very first thing you do, before you go to class, before you go to your locker, before you stop and use the restroom, before you do anything, get your breakfast. Teachers, I need your help today and every day to continue to help students move along and get to class. The overwhelming majority of our students get in the building between 8:35 and 8:42. That means the overwhelming majority of our students should be in their college prep long before 8:50. That bell rings. We know that we have some late buses and that's out of our control, but we still have too many students who are just walking around making laps in the building. I talked to a few students this morning who I saw a number of times. Teachers, please help me by being out in the hallway. Remind students that the expectation is they get their breakfast, stop at their locker, and then move directly to college prep. This morning, we had a STEM committee meeting, and I want to appreciate all the teachers who took part in that. As a STEM certified school right now, students, we are working on our final steps in our application process to become recertified as a STEM school. I know that STEM education is probably noticeable in many things that we do throughout the school year, most importantly when we do our building-wide STEM projects. So your teachers this morning were working, planning, talking about different ideas, and getting a plan for our spring STEM project, and we're excited about the potential there. Students, on that note, it is crucial, and I'm going to use that word, crucial, that you complete the STEM survey that was introduced to you yesterday. I know that most of our science teachers went through that with students and made sure that you took the survey, but as of this morning, there were still quite a few students who had not completed that survey. We're going to be running a report at the end of the school day today, and any students that have not completed that survey, we are going to come looking for you on Monday. So please, find time this morning during college prep, during your science class, during some time that you have available in your other classes, but please make sure that number one, you get that survey completed, and number two, that you answer it to the best of your ability and as honestly as possible for us. We appreciate that. I want to give an announcement. Teachers, I know an email just came out. I appreciate Mrs. Sams for getting that out. We did have to make a change. I know our plan was to do second steps next Tuesday, but next Tuesday is the first day of WIDA testing, and we can't have shortened periods on that day or we won't have time for students to finish. So we're going to go ahead and bump that up to Monday. I don't want to miss out on second steps, and we do need to get that lesson completed. So please, both students and teachers, be aware that Monday will be second steps. And again, Mrs. Sams shared an email teachers with all of the documentation and attachments that you might need to make that happen on Monday. So please make sure that we're prepared for that. Finally, I want to end on some good notes. We do have our positivity passes, and I want to announce our 4 winners. First, we have Zeta Vandever from Mr. Showalter, Bryce Mercado from Mrs. Feister, Erica McBrady from Mr. Harvey, and Derica Vaughn from Miss Ducks. So again, Derica Vaughn, Erica McBrady, Bryce Mercado, and Zeta Vandever, please meet me at this time in the cafeteria. Lastly, thank you to all of our teachers and administrators who have been helping facilitate our hall sweeps. They're getting better. Students are starting to realize that we are serious about having a sense of urgency to get to class, and we will continue to do no less than 1 hall sweep, in most cases 2 hall sweeps a day. Students, the easiest way that you can avoid getting caught in a hall sweep and then having to give up your lunch the next day is to get to class on time, which is the expectation we have for everybody. And again, I want to thank all of the overwhelming majority of students who continue to get to class on time. We appreciate you for being leaders and for doing the right thing. Let's make it a great Friday at Belzer Middle School.